Hello, Akko here again. Welcome to episode 10 of my Feed the Beast Ultimate Beginner's Guide. Now we're going to do something a little bit different today. This guy is slowly filling up, but that's not really good at all. It's really slow. This one Sterling engine is not going to cut it for anything major, so we want to be looking at upgrading that soon. Our magmatic engines run out of magma for now, lava. We ain't got no more lava just at the minute. I'm going to go get any of that just yet. I've got some buckets. What I'm going to do is going to go on a little adventure. I've just been and scouted out a place, and unfortunately I died. I fell into what's called a hollow hill. I was digging into it, making sure it was a hollow hill, and I stepped on some gravel that was that fell away. I fell into it. I tried getting back out, but I died near the edge, and I went back, got my gear back. So we're actually going to go back and journey into there. Now hollow hills are quite scary places, especially if you've got dubious armour like I've got. I'm going to have to use some of my iron and make some armour. Let me just check something. Let's just check, see if we've got any materials to make. Now let's unfilter that and go to machine uses modular power suits. See what the recipes are like for this. Right, there's still two versions, so we could start making a power suit, but I think we may struggle on materials. Gold nuggets, redstone. Right, there's two variants of this. There's a variant that's for GregTech, and there's a variant that's not for GregTech. The standard version. So you see, the standard version's a lot cheaper. At some point, I reckon the GregTech version is going to be the only one of this. So if you're new on a server, you might want to get this sorted out. That said, it looks like 1.5's coming to Feed the Beast pretty soon. There might be a beta of 1.5 next week. The main Let's Play I do, I'm probably going to go on to Feed the Beast 1.5 beta version of Ultimate. This beginner's guide, I'm going to wait until we've got a full like live version, a gold version of Ultimate, and then I'll probably restart this as well, because there's quite a lot of changes in 1.5. So what I'm teaching now is probably, some of it's going to be out of date, so I probably need to start the series again. For example, the MFR Man Factory's got some different things, not that we've done them yet, so it depends how far I get into stuff that changes. I may or may not restart. Anyway, can I make some of this stuff, and more importantly, can I make the stuff that goes into it to make it so I can actually use it? I probably can't just yet. What I'm going to need is a battery, which I don't know what, right, LV, solenoid, MV, HV. What goes into an HV? Ender pearls, glowstone dust, and wiring. Well, we've actually got that. We can get that. Right, okay, I'm going to quickly show you what I was going to do, but I'm not going to actually do it then. So, if you learn to our Twilight Forest book, you see I've got a second one here. I'm going to come back to that in a sec. Going to our Twilight Forest book, you see I've been for a little scout about. There's 500 metres that way, there's what's called a leech castle. There's 68 metres that way, there's a maze. There's a ruin 282 metres that way. I want to show you the ruin because ruins have little chests underneath them sometimes, and that one did have. And it got me a golden carrot. I'm going to show you the maze real quick. And what else did I find? So that's where we came in. I found a little hill, and then over there I found a bigger hill, and you see it's about 600 metres away. There's two types of maze as well. That one there is a Minotaur maze, and this one here is just a hedge maze. So I should have actually named them a bit different. But there's a little hedge maze down there that's got some spawners in it, like wolf spawners and cave spanner spawners, and there's some chests and stuff in there, so that's one of the things you can journey and have a look at. Like I said, there's a castle across that way. There's another one over that way somewhere as well. But what we're going to do is, I'm going to come back, and what I did was I made another linking book when I was at the hill. That's what I was planning to do. I planned to go and just scout it all out for you. So rather than see me just running around this forest, it's taken me about 20 minutes to find it. I thought I'd skip that bit and just go straight to the point where I can show you the inside of a large hill. Now, I think it's a large hill. There's three types. There's small, medium and large. I'm pretty sure the two I found are a medium and a large, or possibly a small and a large. So let's go back to the overworld. And let's have a look for this other book. But this second book puts us down into this cave. This is where I died. This is right where my death point is. Death point where I latest death there. Look, I was trying to dig my way up to safety, and I was trying to block myself in here. I was surrounded by all sorts of stuff. There was a creeper, there was a skeleton. It was finally a skeleton that killed me. If you look at my chat there, shot by a skeleton, but there was loads of stuff around me. Creeper did most of the damage to me. So I just created a little safe area here. Another thing you want to do when you come into an area like this, really useful, as long as your safe area is safe, is make a bed. Because whenever you go to the Twilight Forest, it resets your spawn. So you can't, if you died in here, you can always sleep in here because it's always twilight. If you die in here and you don't set your spawn, you just go back to like a random spawn place. So it's really useful to be able to set your spawn. Now the reason why these are so good is if we break that block there, have a little nosy up there. Look at all that resource. There's some diamonds, loads of iron, loads of coal, redstone, glowstone over there. See it? A bit of glowstone there as well, I think. So these are full of resources, full. They're also full of mobs, so you've got to be very careful. So I'm going to do this when I've got some better armour. But once we've got power suit armour, this should be relatively straightforward if we've got enough materials to make power suit armour. The other thing you also need is a lot of torches. Now if you look at my bag here, I've got a couple of stacks of torches. Another thing we've got from the charcoal we're producing from our charcoal farm. We've got wood, we've got charcoal, make plenty of torches. One of the easiest ways to die in one of these places is by not having enough torches. Definitely. So I'm going to leave this place for now. I'll get us some better armour, so we'll start looking to making that. But be aware that these are really good for resources. I lost my pick. I got back just in time to get all my stuff, but I lost a couple of bits. I saw them. They were slightly outside my little safe zone there, and I saw them despawn. So I was back. It took me about 5 minutes to get back, dig down here. I've made a wooden shovel. Then as soon as I dug 3 bits of cobble out. I made a cobble. Sorry, not a shovel, pick. As soon as I dug 3 bits of cobble out, I made a cobble pick, and I just used that to get myself down here as quick as I could. You see, this is the path that I dug down in the dark, and if you get stuck in a large hill and you're going to die, at least try and get to the edge. If you get to the edge, you've got a chance of getting back to your stuff. If you die out in the middle, you're not going to get back to your stuff without spare armour or spare weapons and stuff, because it's just too dangerous. If you die at the edge, you can sneak down, or you should be able to dig down directly above your death point and get back to your stuff, like what I did there. So I remember seeing that copper on the way down, just wanted to grab that. So let's go back to the world, the overworld. I'm going to get rid of that death point, latest death, delete. Yep, don't need to be reminded that I've died. So that's my first death on the, I believe it's my first death on the beginner's guide. So let's go back to the overworld. And now of course, if I was to die here, my spawn's not set anywhere, so when you come back, don't forget to set your spawn as well. Luckily it's night time, so I can set that straight away. Excellent. Now I may run out of gear here, but I'm going to see how far the materials we've got can take us. Modular power suits, really nice, really nice. I should say that one more time. They're really nice. I've got some emeralds. That's going to be the first thing to see. So let's have a look. I believe we have. Yep. So emeralds, 4 lapis, and 4 iron. Will get us what's called a tinker table. Power armor tinker table. Excellent. Now where can we put this? Let's put this there. This is some of the stuff that I looted. I got a golden carrot. When I died, when I went back, it looks like I blew up a chest because there was a diamond on the floor that I don't remember mining, and there was this thing called an ore magnet, so ironwood ingots. This can make special armor that comes pre-enchanted from the Twilight Forest. I've never actually used it. The ore magnet, if you right-click, it should bring some expensive material up to the surface, or something like that, but that doesn't seem to be working. Or I don't really know. I don't know how it works, but you see there, I've used quite a bit of the ore magnet, and I generally just leave these in chests because Let's don't bother messing around with them. Let's try and bring some up to the surface. Well, there we go, look, so that's brought some... What that's done, it swaps wherever it found that iron for whatever was below it. I'll grab that iron, that's going to come in useful. Is that all we've got? And now I can't get back out. Let me out. I'll sort that place out in a bit. So yeah, let's find a place for our tinker table. My layout in here is really bad. I should have made a lot more effort until I was going to lay this place out. Right, we want it quite close to our crafting bench, so I don't want it over there. That'd be silly putting it over there. Let's shift this damn thing. Shift damn thing. And let's put it there. So tinker table goes down like that, and that looks real nice. Looks like something like Star Wars. I like the look of that thing. Let's fill that in, and let's just dump all that stuff. Got an empty chest there yet. So that's the sword and the pick I made to get myself down, and then I made that pick. That's what I used to get back to my gear when I died. So the key is get back to your gear quick, don't panic. Make sure you've got at least a rudimentary weapon, like a wooden sword won't do a great amount of good. I think I made I planned to make a cobble sword, but I don't think I did. But yeah, get down there as quick as you can, try and sneak back to your gear. See that? Oh, magnet's nearly dead already. It's not got me anything really useful, it's got me a bit of iron, but let's pull up a bit of aluminium. And it's made a mess of my floor, so I don't know if that was worth it. Right, let's aluminium. We're not refining aluminium yet, we can put that in there out of the way. Fill that all, oops. Idiot. Right, so let's start making some armour. So, first of all we need the 4 bits of armour. These are pretty straightforward. They each take wiring and iron. Wiring and iron. So we need their feet. Yeah. So we need 2, 4, 6, 8 bits of wiring. So that's 2 golden nuggets and a bit of redstone. Will get us them. So I've got some golden nuggets in there, and I've got some redstone in there. We haven't got much redstone. I'll have to go hunting for some redstone, I think. So there's 8 of them. So let's make the armour. Probably going to need 27-ish. Yeah, I'm not going to have nowhere near enough to make this into a fully powered suit, but we should be able to do a little bit. So I'm going to make all the bits. Was that like that? Was. Over there. What was this? Look. There's boots. And then just legs left. Should be. Look at that. Look at that. Excellent. So what these are? We press shift. No installed modules. This item is useless until you add some modules at a tinker table. So what we've got here is armour that we can't really do much with at the minute because it's got no energy for a start, and it's got no modules. What you've got to do is you've got to put modules in. So if you look here, some examples of the modules we've got. Plating. Let's go for plating. No, oops. So we've got basic plating, advanced plating, and then there's force field one. So basic plating I think gives us a similar level to iron armour. So we can't really afford the diamond one yet because that needs a solenoid, some diamond plate. So just making this one should give us similar level to armour. So let's do that. So we'll need some more wiring. So I'm making a really basic set of armour with this at the minute, but it's not going to wear out as long as we can recharge it. I've not actually figured out what I'm going to recharge it with yet either. So how do we make that? So we need 4 bits of this. So we need a bit more iron. So we've got 4 basic plating there. I'm going to upgrade this later. You can take things back out and stuff. So now, if we go in our tinker table, in fact, before, let's take the armour out there. Look, if you look in the tinker table and you've got no armour, it'll say no modular power tool items found in inventory. So let's get our armour, and now when we look on there, it's got the armour that we've got in our inventory to the side. So you can see there's all the things you can put onto your armour. That'd be easier showing you there than looking in the thing. You can see that armour's got armour value, energy storage, and a weight. Now you can't go over 25 kilos total, so we want to make sure we stay under 25 kilos, and certain things add weight. Now we've got iron plating for each of these. Eventually we'll uninstall the iron plate and get energy shields, but they use a lot more energy, but they're lighter. So what we've got here is we've put some armour in, so now that helmet's got armour, and now, so if we put that right the way up to 5 points, that takes that to 10 kilos, so it's really heavy. So we're not going to want all that in there at all. Let's go with 2 kilos on each bit. What is it actually? So that's 1 point of damage, 5 points of damage. Oops. We can adjust these as we do it though. So let's go 5 kilos on each of these, because we're not going to have much else on this at the minute. So 5 kilos, and then say later on when we get some power into this, we're going to have to adjust this a bit. The top armour ones there, those energy shields, they don't weigh anything. So then you can have your power right up. So the HV battery, for example, basic battery, advanced battery, elite battery. The elite battery set to max power is 10 million, I think. 10 million microjoules, Minecraft joules. But that's 10 kilos. So you want, with 2 sets of that, or maybe 5 million. With 2 of them batteries, say on your legs and your chest, you're up to 20 kilos. So you want all the rest of the stuff to be light, if that makes sense. So now install. Now does this need power for even this to work, I wonder? I've only made one of these suits before, and I made it quite late game, so I had all the stuff that I needed ready. So there we go. We've set that, so we've got 20 kilos worth of armour now. But still, it's got no energy. So I'm going to have to work out a way to get energy into this. I'm not sure I'm going to do that just yet. But so it's asking for energy. How do we get energy into this? I've done it with EU before, but I've not done it with MG energy, so we might have to step up our getting of lava so we can charge this guy up. And then each of these have different things, so we'll be adding some of these, but not just yet. You can ignore the bottom ones because they're cosmetic stuff. So we've got our basic armour in. We're going to want some batteries. So can we afford a HV capacitor? I don't think we can afford to charge it, but can we afford to make one? So let's have a look at that. HV. Now just the HV capacitor in the boots on its own would be enough to power the full suit. So 1 ender pearl, bit of glass, bit of glowstone, 2 bits of wiring. Let's do it. Is it at the bottom or higher up? Don't even. And how was that? Yeah, that was just, yeah, okay. Ender pearl, I think I've got 1. I have. Glowstone, I've definitely got 1. And glass, I've got a bit of glass. Put that like so. HV capacitor, excellent. Now we'll go in there. Let's elite battery. We've got HV capacitor. So there, we've installed that. It's got 750k. So our total weight at the minute is 5, 10, 15, 20. So we can afford to have 5 kilos of weight into this. Well, that means 5 kilos of weight means more energy storage. So I'm going to go up to 5 kilos. And that puts us at our max. Now it came with 750 in it. I have to go a little bit under. In fact, let's just leave that 750. So we're not going to add no more weight. We've got 750. What we can also add is a thing called a kinetic generator, and that should help us recharge our gear. So for that we need a control circuit and 2 servo motors. So let's now have a look at them. Servo. A bit of an unplanned thing this. I was not planning on doing this at all. So we need more of that wiring. Let's just use that last bit of redstone we've got. and we want a gold ingot. Turn that ingot into nuggets. So we're not going to have much of this stuff, but we should have a bit. So our armour's as good as iron armour, I believe. So it's not great. And of course we can't enchant it, so there's downsides when we ain't got no gear in it. A servo motor, we need 2 of these solenoids. What was the other thing we needed for the iron plating? Not the iron plating, for the kinetic generator. A control circuit, so let's have a look at that. Control circuit, that needs the redstone that I just used, of course it does. Right, I'm going to cut the camera out and I'll go get some redstone. I'll be back in a bit. And I'm back again, and I've been down in the bottom of the world here, down where the abandoned man is, getting some stuff, and I got a bit of redstone. I got 14, which was nice. I found another chest down there, and another spider spawner, so there's at least 3 spider spawners down there. All pretty useful stuff. Got a bit of ore, more train tracks and stuff. I'm just dumping all the stuff back in here now. Chest, brain, that minecart can go in there. So yeah, right, what was we up to then? We was up to a control circuit, glowstone, 2 gold, some cactus green. Have we got any cactus green? Now, we've got some cactus. So, a couple of them. We should have to plant one of them really. And if we throw a bit of cactus in our blast furnace, each bit of cactus there will give us a bit of cactus green. So is it 2 there like that? So of course the iron plating protects you just through being iron plating, so this isn't actually taking any power. I've been down there, it's not particularly good. I was getting, skeletons are still taking a heart off me per hit. Once you've got this upgraded to the top level stuff, it's ridiculous. You can like stand in fire pretty much. Yeah, what do I need here? 2 of them, 2 of them. So there and there. A bit of glowstone was there, and 2 of our wiring, which I've put in my bag for safekeeping. There and there. Okay, so that's a control circuit, and then we need 2 of these solenoid things that I believe was like that. So we're making a kinetic generator here, aren't we? Servo motors. So this is still not the best armour, but it will get better as we upgrade it. Yeah, 3 iron ingots. This is one of them. 3 iron ingots. Twice. This is 2 servo motors. And there's a bit of iron there, wasn't there? Yeah. Oh, I think I actually need 2 of them, don't I? Well, there's only 1 dot, so you must be there. Thank you. And yeah, you cannot enchant these. I think you could enchant them at one point, but I think she's changed it so they're not enchantable, which is good because they shouldn't be. Yeah, good. I think they were a bit too overpowered when they was enchantable, because they're close to being overpowered as they are. Alright, just double check that again. I think we needed 2 of them, didn't we? We did. Okay. So we need more of these solenoids. More of these wiring. So get some more of our nuggets. So this does add up pretty quick, as you can see, to taking resources. Now I'll go through all the different bits in a second once I've got this bit in, because we're making this bit, but we've actually got nothing that uses power yet, so we have to get something that uses power as well, otherwise this has been a bit of a waste. So 2 iron gets us 2 servo motors. Excellent. Now because we've got all the bits for that, kinetic generator, we've got all the bits, install, and this adds weight as well, of course it does. I remember that from, I've got some of the other sets, so put that up to 4 kilos. Excellent. So we're at 24 kilos, so we're still at full speed. If you go over 25 kilos, it starts to slow you down, and I can show you that just by, let's look at our armour there. Let's bang that up to 10 kilos, and I'm a little bit slower. Not massively, but noticeably. So that's why you've got to keep under 25. Let's get them back down to wherever they were. Was it 5 kilos was that? Come on, 5 kilos, was that right? Yeah, so 5, 10, 15, 20, and then 24. Now most of the rest of this stuff doesn't add weight, so we're good to start upgrading. So some of the things we're going to want to get, I don't normally bother with jet boots. I do get shock absorber. Shock absorber means you can fall from pretty much any height and not take any damage. Really nice. Going to the legs, we've got sprint assist, lets you run quicker. Jump assist lets you jump really high. Swim boost lets you swim quicker. Uphill step assist means you can run up single blocks. So like this block there, I'd have to jump normally. The step assist means I just have to walk straight up that without having to jump. So that's what we'll end up within the legs. So we'll probably go for all 4 of them. And then in the chest, jetpack, parachute, glider, all 3 of them are awesome. We're definitely not going to have materials to make them just yet. And then in the helmet, night vision goggles, really useful. Aurameter is Foundcraft, also very useful. Flight control is real nice, it lets you just fly better than just with a jetpack. Pretty much the jetpack you can fly, but if you let go of your button you fall back down. With the flight control you can fly up, and if you let go of the button you just stay there hovering, which is really nice. Solar generator, we'll put one of them in there as well at some point. And then water electrolyte, auto feeder's not that great, it just keeps stuff in food in your mouth. That you can eat plenty whenever you need to anyway. And water electrolyzer, pretty good if you run out of air underwater. And then there's all the cosmetic stuff. Pretty much you can change the colour, you can make it transparent, so I could have it so that when you looked at me you don't have to see any of it, or you don't have to see the head, so I just look like that even though I've got the helmet on. Stuff like that, very useful. And then Citizen Joe style, it was an alternative text from the forums, and I believe on the FTB forums there's possibly some more of them coming, which would be pretty cool. So first thing I like, 4 of them servo motors. That's quite heavy, innit? So 4 of them servo motors means 8 of them. 8 of them. Yeah. So this is going to get quite heavy, I think. This is all going to get used at some point, so I'm not frightened about using it. So let's get a stack of 64 of them, see how many that gets us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That should be enough. And we'll get really low on iron. But I've got some low iron in there. Not a great amount, but this should let us be a lot stronger when we're actually in fighting places. 3, 4, and 4 of them. So now 4 servo motors should let us put the sprint assist on. Install. Excellent. And then, so what this does is it uses power. So if you put all them up, so compensation, what does compensation do again? I don't remember. Alright, sprint exhaustion compensation. Put all them up, it takes 12 joules, 10 joules, but we've got a kinetic generator in, so see, let's look at the top left, look how quick we're moving for a start. So really cool, we're moving really quick. That's your sprint assist. Let's get jump assist as well, really, because let's keep running into stuff. And you can see it's taking some power. So if we look, the power is actually in the boots that'll be taken first, because that's the only place we've got power in. So that's 749k, so it's not using much. Because we've got a kinetic generator, it'll be regenerating some of that power. So that's pretty awesome. So now we've got speed, and we've got moderate armour. So that's quite cool. The next bit would be a jetpack or stuff like that. So I'm going to cut the camera there, see how long I've babbled for, 'cause I might have been babbling for ages and I'll get carried away. Now I'm just going to see how long I've been going for, and I'll be back in a sec. Okay, I'm back. We're about half an hour, so I've got a little bit of time to go back into the Twilight Forest and use my new armour. There's a couple more things I want to make just before we go. There's a couple of things that don't take any power. This guy, there's a glider wings. I'll have a couple of them. And this guy, that was just iron. And then there's 3 wool, 2 bits of string. Gets us a parachute, awesome. So on our chest here, we've not got the jetpack yet, but we've got glider wings. We've got parachute. Oh, I need 2 of them parachutes, damn it. I think I'm going to be 1 bit of wool short. I can actually make a wool with string though. Well, we can snip wool from that guy, but just so you know, 4 string in a square lets you make wool from string, just so you know. So now we can make another parachute, like so. Got 2 parachutes now, and on there. So parachute, install. We've got that on there now, and I'll show you how they work before we go into the Twilight Forest. So if we just run up on top of our building, I would like to have put in jump assist as well, but I ain't quite got the iron for it. So going back into the Twilight Forest will help that as well, because it'll get us some more iron towards making the further upgrades. Now, as I said, this recipe will probably not stay cheap forever, because I'm fairly confident, knowing what Greg's like, that when Feed the Beast goes to 1.5, it'll probably get adjusted so that you've got to use the Greg Tech recipes, especially in the ultimate pack. So just be aware of that. Right, so I'm going to go jump off here. If I press shift when I jump, I don't fall, I glide. See me gliding? And then if that's because I'm pushing the forward button. Now if I let go of the forward button, I actually fall really slow, because that's a parachute. So there we go. Falling nice and slow because of the parachute. I've made a bit of an ass of that. Let's try and do that again. So if you jump off, press shift with a directional button, you glide. And if you just press shift without a directional button, you just fall real slow like that. Look. Whee! So not massively important when you've got shock absorbers. The gliding is pretty cool. It all helps, and that was pretty cheap. So let's, without further ado, jump into the danger zone. Get the Kenny Loggins playing. I'm going to sleep, so I'm going to spawn sit here, and tentatively we're going to head out into this place. Now I should have really brought a door, just so I've got a bit of a safety net to get back in and lock myself back in. So I've got a poisonous spider by the look of it straight away. So I've got a spider spawner somewhere nearby. So the key with these places is, now I should be a bit better than I've been at this before, because I've been playing super hostile, so it should have taught me a bit of how to deal with dangerous areas. You see that I took a hit then, it took a heart off me, so you still take damage with these iron plates, possibly not as much as you would have. These guys spawning here, they're little mana guys. Be careful with them, they can drop TNT down next to you. So the thing with this place is there's going to be spawners spread around. So you've got to be careful. I think this might actually be a medium hill. It looks like a medium. I thought it was a large when I first came in, but it looks like a medium. So you get good resources up top there, as you can see. What we're going to do is carefully go around the bottom, light up all the dark areas. Be careful that creepers don't blow your torches off. Is there a spawner or something in there? I thought I saw a spawner glowing. So you get, oops. The thing a mate of mine told me about creepers is it's not the creepers that kill you a lot of the time, it's the fact that the creepers blow your torches out. So make sure whenever a creeper blows up, make sure you retorch wherever the creepers made dark again. So, good thing about being in here, we're going to get loads of these minion shards, which will set us in good stead for making more minion stones. That's quite nice. So, the spawn over there I just saw. Basically, be careful, go on the edge, light her up. Once it's all lit up, don't start doing any mining until you're all lit up. I'm going to cheeky have a look in that chest, even though I maybe shouldn't. And also be careful that sometimes spawners can be behind walls. Transformation powder, not real startling in there. I'll have the arrows for now. I'll come back and get the rest of the stuff later. Don't have to fill my bag up. So, what I'm going to do off camera is I'm going to light up this entire place. These are things that are called kobolds, the little like little blue elephants out of Star Wars. They come at you pretty quick. There'll be a spawner of them somewhere. They drop gold nuggets and wheat, I think. Make sure you keep eating, because you want to make sure your health's high enough to keep your regen in. And yeah, I'm fairly certain, I'm almost 100% certain this is a medium hill. Quite a big medium hill, but a medium hill I think it is. So there we see we've got a zombie, and 2 of these guys spawned out of that spawner there. So I want to get rid of that spawner because these guys are a pain. And as far as I know, you can't get their spawners. You can't soul shard them. You can't capture them. So be aware of that. Some spawners you can capture. I'm pretty sure you can't capture these. We'll use the creeper to blow that up. No, we won't. We'll kill the creeper and we'll kill that ourselves and get the XP from it. Right. So yeah, I'm going to call this an episode. So I'm going to finish there. As always, thank you very much for watching. I hope it was entertaining. I hope the recipes do stay like that for the power armor. Otherwise, we'll have to do something different to get into places like this. I mean, we could have just come in here with normal armor, to be honest. Right, these guys, this is dangerous. There's a couple of extra types of mobs in these places. That's one of them. One of them grabs you. One of them sets you on fire. Which one's this? Looks like the one that grabs you because he didn't set me on fire. Oh, no, it's a fire one. Right, that's what I get for saying because he didn't set me on fire. So he did. So, you've got to be careful. There we go. They're not too hard once you can hit them. There's ones that fire slams at you. There's ones that set fire to you like that, and there's ones that grab you and hold you in the jaws. Also, make sure you've got a waypoint back to where you want to get out. Otherwise, you always want to safe exit back. This is kind of why I like the speed. I went for the speed thing first. You can get around this place really quick, get yourself out of trouble with the extra speed burst, extra burst of speed you've got. So you pretty much go around. Don't be tight with your torches. Light the entire place up. You're still going to get the odd thing dropping on you from up top because there's ledges up there that'll be dark. So if you light up all the bottom, you're going to get stuff falling off. You light up there's a ledge by the look of it. So you've got to be careful of that as well. But we're going to have loads of resources from here. It really helps when you're first starting out. I mean, look at it all. So yeah, so for now, I am going to run back in here. I'm going to bring a door next time so I can actually get in and out of here a bit easier. I probably might even make an iron door once I've got some iron. And light all this place up off camera, and then I'll come back and start manning it on camera next episode. So as always, thank you very much for watching. I hope it was entertaining and maybe a little bit educational, and I hope you join me next time. Cheers, bye.